Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? So, what's on everybody's mind this Wednesday evening? Having a little tea here, guys. You know, we're in the winter. It's good tea weather. So, we've got a lot of people in the chat, a lot of people watching here. A lot of new names and a lot of names I don't recognize. People commenting that I don't normally see commenting in the live stream chat. And that's a good thing. And we got the usual suspects of what as well. We got Guitar Bob, Cucumber, Shred and Shine, Jamie Lynn. Who else we got in there? A lot of other people. Six String Stinger Dave, Rod. Lots and lots of guys. What's up, everybody? What's up? Angry Trucker Bob, CD Nelson. Yeah. Your mind is on that guitar. Yeah, what's up, guys? Okay, so. Guys, I hope I'm not about to make a bunch of people mad, but I do need to make something clear here. I am not giving away this guitar or the other one, the second one, the one that's not finished yet. That's the one that I said is going to go to somebody. It is not a giveaway. Okay, and it seems like a lot of people are under that impression. It's not a giveaway. I never said I was going to give it away. I said that one of you guys would have an opportunity to get that second guitar. Okay, so I want to make that clear. One of you guys will have the chance to purchase that guitar, not for an extraordinary sum, but for a very reasonable amount. Okay. But yeah, I never said in the video that I was giving it away. I just said tune into the live stream so you could find out how you would possibly have the chance to get your hands on that guitar or to own that guitar or whatever. But guys, here's the thing. I am going to give away a guitar today. It's just not that one. Okay? So if you came here looking for your chance to get a free guitar, no, Gunner, it wasn't a scam. I never said I was giving away the guitar. I guess some people assumed that. Those words never came out of my mouth. But anyway, like I said, I am giving away another guitar tonight, just not the Ricotta one. Okay? Alrighty, so let's talk about the Ricotta guitar first because that's the one that people are most interested in and what you would need to do and if you want to be the one that ends up with the second guitar, which is not completed yet. All right, so it's going to work like this, guys. I need to see like who the people are that would be Jaybird. Okay, bye, Jaybird. I never said it was a giveaway. You weren't misled. I never said I was giving away a guitar. So anyway, see you later. You guys just assumed, and that's why I have so many people in the chat that are never in the chat because they're only in the chat because they thought they were going to get a free guitar. But again, I am going to give away a guitar. So the more people that leave, the better, because the ones that hang around, the better you have a chance of winning that other guitar. So anyway. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, I am going to sell the other Ricotta guitar. And the whole reason I made two Ricotta guitars, guys, two identical ones, is because people have been asking me for months and months and months, when are you going to make more Ricotta guitars? When will there be more Ricotta guitars available for sale? So I decided just to test the waters that when I had this one made, I would have two of them made, like an identical one, and see what the interest would be as far as like who would want to buy it, or are people willing to pay the price that I'm going to have to charge so that I don't lose money on it. And then that's going to help me determine also, like in the future, if I make more Ricotta guitars for sale or not. Because if people aren't interested in buying them, then obviously I'm not going to make the guitars and then try to have them available for sale, and then they're just sitting and collecting dust and nobody's buying them. So that's kind of like what my thought process is on this. So the price, guys, $499. Okay, so it's $499, and that's going to include a gig bag, and it's also going to include the shipping. Okay, so it'll be that one. Once I finish it, once I put the pickups in there and set it up and do all that, it's probably going to be like around the end of the month or so. Okay. So other stipulations. You have to be in the continental United States. You have to be in the continental United States because I'm not going to ship it international. I don't even want to ship it to like Hawaii or Alaska just because it's too risky, and there's only 2 of these in the world, and I would hate to see one of them get like destroyed or something. So as far as the price goes, guys, $4.99, that's about as low as I can sell it without losing money on it. Okay, that's about as low as I can sell it without losing money on it. And as far as it, that's more than a Jackson. Yeah, show me a Jackson that you can buy that looks like this. What Jackson can you buy that has that graphic on it? You can't. Doesn't have that headstock either. And Jackson necks are wider and thicker. So it's not a Jackson. And if you want a Jackson, you can go ahead and buy a Jackson. But anyway, so you got to live in the continental United States. The price is $4.99. That's going to include shipping and a gig bag. I don't know how many people are going to be interested. If you want more information on the guitar, watch the video that I just put out like 2 days ago, and I tell you and I explain everything about the guitar. But any interested parties, you need to send me an email. And that would be thebaldshredder@gmail.com. thebaldshredder@gmail.com. So send me an email letting me know that you would like to be considered. And I don't know how many people are going to want it. You know, how many people would be willing to buy it for $4.99? It may be 1, it may be none, it may be 10. I don't know. If it's more than 1, then I'll just try to randomly choose someone. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do it. Trying to make it as fair as possible so that, you know, everybody has a shot, people that are interested in it. And if you, as far as the price goes, guys, you know, having the guitar made by IYV, it's about $300. And then the shipping on top of that is around like $87. And then there's also a PayPal fee when I sent them the money. So it was close to $400 for me to have this guitar made. And then I have upgraded it to the Musiclily locking tuners and the Musiclily really nice string trees. And then on top of that, I put on new strings, like, you know, name brand strings. Plus there's the gig bag. Plus there's me paying for shipping to ship it to you. So all in all, if I'm lucky, I won't lose any money on it. I might just be right at the break-even point. So that's why the price is what it is. If you look at what other YouTubers that sell their guitars for, it's some of them are way more than that. Some of them are a little more than that. So I'm pretty confident in that being more than a reasonable price, especially considering the uniqueness of it and the fact that there's only 2. And I'm never going to have this guitar made with this same graphic again. So there will only be 2 of them. I'll have one, and then whoever ends up buying it will have the other one, and that's it. And I'll sign the back of the headstock if you want me to, of course. So again, if you're interested, if you want to be considered, send me an email to thebaldshredder@gmail.com. Yeah, Dave, Badlands. Those Badlands guitars, those are like, what, $2,000 or more than that, maybe? $3,000? I can't remember the price on those, but extremely expensive for those guitars. So there it is, guys. Send me an email. I can only pick one person, of course. Of course, I can only pick one person. So when I go through the emails, again, I'll try to be as random as possible. And if you send me an email and you say, yeah, I'm interested, I'd like to buy it. But if you don't end up getting selected, I'll just send you back a really short, nice email. Like, excuse me, guys. Thanks for your interest, but, you know, it went to somebody else or something like that. So, and that's about all I can do. I mean, I wish I had 10 of them. I wish I had 10 of them to sell. You know, like when I did the orange Ricotta guitar, I had 9 of them that I ended up selling. And there was even more than 9 people that wanted to buy that guitar. And they sold out just like that. And, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see how many people want it. And so anyway. And as far as the other guitar that I said I was going to give away, let me say thank really quick to Victorious Milestone. Thank you for the super chat, Victorious. Appreciate that. And let me just say again, guys, sorry if some of you guys got the wrong idea and thought that I was doing a giveaway. I apologize if it came across like that. I was not trying to make it come across like it was a giveaway. In fact, I was very careful with the way I talked about it in the first video to not say anything about I would be giving it to somebody. But, you know, I also didn't want to say in that video that I'll be selling the second one, because I just felt like that was kind of the wrong thing to say in that video as well. So I just figured, you know, people were interested, they could tune in. And anyway, yeah. Didn't mean to make any people mad or anything like that. And I could have just put it on eBay and not said anything. I could have just put it on eBay and like, there it is, guys. You know, it's on eBay. First come, first serve. But I wanted to give people that actually watch my channel a shot at it before putting it on eBay. Because if it's on eBay, some random person could end up buying it. And it's like somebody that doesn't even watch my channel. And then somebody who doesn't watch my channel ends up buying it on eBay before any of you guys have a chance to buy it. And so I didn't want to do that either. I also didn't want to do the auction thing. Yeah, thanks, Mitch. Yeah, thanks, Mitch. I'm glad you're confirming that. I never said I was giving it away. People just jumped to that conclusion. I'm sorry, guys. I can't afford to give away a $500 guitar right now. You know, this was not a free guitar. I didn't get it for free. I have to pay IYV to make these custom guitars, and they're nice guitars. They're very nice. But again, I didn't want to put it on eBay. I didn't want to do the auction thing because I felt like I'm going to sell it as low as I can sell it. I don't want people, I didn't want the price to go up and up and up. And then somebody, you know, you get caught up in the heat of the bidding and it's like, oh, there's only one, and you're bidding, and then it ends up being like $700 or $800, which, yeah, okay, more money for me, but I didn't want the person getting it to have to pay, you know, a much higher price. I'm so against like the overcharging for guitars. You know, I'm all about the affordable guitars and the budget guitars and getting guitars made by IYV because it's so reasonable. And so anyway, moving on, guys. So again, if you're interested and you want to put your name in the hat for purchasing it and you have to use PayPal, send me an email at thebaldshredder. No, send an email to thebaldshredder@gmail.com. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Now, the guitar that I am going to give away, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this because there's a lot of people in the chat. I think I'm going to have to do it like this, guys. Well, first of all, it's downstairs. I forgot to bring it upstairs. It is the guitar that was in the Temu video recently. You guys remember that one? Let me see if I can grab a picture of that one. I will let you guys watch the Ricotta shred, and while you're watching that, I'll see if I can grab a picture, if I still have a picture of the Temu guitar, the black and white one. And one of you guys will have a chance to win that for free. Free shipping and everything, guys. That one totally free to somebody in the continental United States. So let me see if I can grab a picture. Here you go, guys. Watch this while I'm doing that. Hang on, guys. I'm looking for the picture. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I'll be right back. I'm browsing right now trying to find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. I couldn't find a picture, but I found a video. It's this one, guys. This one. The black and white Musiclily. All right, so that's the one. That's the one. Everybody got a good look at that? All right, that's the one, guys. That's the one. That's the one. Okay, so there's too many names in here right now. So what I need you guys to do, here's what I need you to do. If you want to be in the running to win that guitar, the black and white one, I'm also going to need you to send me an email. Okay? Send me an email, same email, thebaldshredder@gmail.com. But you must live in the continental United States. I'm not going to send it overseas or anything like that. All right? So send me an email, thebaldshredder@gmail.com. Make sure it has your name. Make sure it has your name so I know who I'm talking to. You could include your YouTube name, and then, maybe I should do that drawing. You know what? I'm going to do it live on here next week. That's how I'll do it. Because I'm going to make it like totally random and fair. So for that one, guys, the black and white one, send me your name or your YouTube name. Send me an email, thebaldshredder@gmail.com. And I will put everybody's name on a little piece of paper. And then next Wednesday, right here in the live stream, I will pull out a name. And that will be the person who wins the black and white guitar. All right, so do we know what we're doing? Do we know how to enter the giveaway for the black and white one? That's the Musiclily MLP1. Just send me an email, has your name in it, and say, you know, I want in on the giveaway, or put my name in for the giveaway. And that's for the black and white guitar. So there you go. Don't ever say I don't ever do any. Don't say I never do anything for you, because I am giving away a guitar today with free shipping and everything. So there you go. That's the best I can do, guys. No, I'm not going to send to Mexico. Sorry. Sorry about that. I know that sucks. I know that sucks, but it would end up costing me a lot for the shipping to send it outside of the United States. Not that the shipping is cheap anyway. Brian, you're going to unsub because you have to email me? So be it, Brian. He's kidding. He's kidding. Now, coming up tomorrow, guys. Coming up tomorrow is the video for this guy right here. Check it out. This is the Telly style from Aklot, right? I've done a couple of Aklot guitars already. So this is their new Telly style with 2 humbuckers. Pretty cool, right? Put my armrest down. This finish is what they call the Inferno Burst. Inferno Burst. Okay. And yeah, it does have 2 humbuckers. It's got push-pull, roasted maple neck, even got really good locking tuners. There you can see the locking tuners, right? Roller string trees. roasted maple neck, stainless steel frets. I mean, this thing is decked out for sure. However, I will tell you something that I really feel honestly about this guitar. It's not a shred guitar. It's not a shred guitar. And you'll see in the video tomorrow, I don't really do any shredding. I do maybe like a couple of little shred licks in there, but for the most part, I just didn't do any shredding. It's just, right now, the way it is, it's not set up for shredding. The action's kind of too high. The neck's a little bit too thick. And even though it does have 2 humbuckers, guys, they are not high output humbuckers. They are like low output, like 7 point something. And I can't remember if this was 6 point something. You'll hear it in the video tomorrow. So this is more like a classic rock or a country. It's a very nice guitar, no doubt. I mean, it's beautiful. It's finished. It's put together, set up, really nice, although the action's too high. I would need to do some adjusting to get the action down. I really haven't done any adjustments to it. So I think I did turn the truss rod, though, to straighten the neck a little bit. And still the action's kind of high, so I could try adjusting the saddles, but maybe I'd have to shim the neck pocket. I don't know. Nice guitar, but I wouldn't use it for like the metal and the shredding and stuff, right? Yeah. So anyway, tune in tomorrow, guys. And then, coming up on Monday, I don't have it here to show you guys. It's downstairs. On Monday's video, Gary, those are full-size humbuckers. They're full-size. It just looks like they're mini because of the ring around it is like kind of a, I don't know, just the way with the pick guard and stuff. But no, those are full-size covered humbuckers. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Monday's video. I will be reviewing my very first baritone guitar. For the first time ever, a baritone guitar. So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Even before I play it for the video, I need to look up like how to tune a baritone guitar. I remember one of my members told me, I think in last Sunday or last Wednesday, I don't remember. Shred and Shine told me like what the tuning was, but I already forgot. So I'm gonna have to look it up again and play around with it. And yeah, I'm interested. I got the guitar, but I haven't plugged it in. I haven't actually played it yet. The only thing I noticed just like picking it up is like, wow, that neck feels really long because it's like a 30-inch radius, you know? So it's like longer from the bridge down to the end of the headstock. It's like, wow, this is really long. And I noticed that the top string was really thick. So the strings are a lot thicker, like heavier strings. So we'll see what I can end up coming up with on a baritone guitar for the first time, guys. And you guys will witness it on Monday. Yeah, Dan, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting it to be a shred guitar or shreddy because I know those strings are thicker. It's more of a, you know, tune low, and that's fun too. You know, I don't have to play shredding leads all the time. Of course, when I'm playing a guitar like that, I'm gonna do the shredding leads. But, you know, on something like a baritone guitar, I may, you know, I don't even know if I'll play leads in the video at all. I'll try to, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, guys, now I missed a lot of the chat earlier because I was talking and people were getting mad because I wasn't giving away the Ricotta, you know, so sorry. And I might have missed like the questions that you had about this guitar. So if you have any questions like right now, you know what? I'll grab the other one, the one that's not finished. You guys can get another close-up look at that one. If you have any questions about the specs or anything that's on these guitars or anything about it, go ahead and ask now and I will be happy to answer. There's the front, there's the back. Patrick, I play like George Lynch. Thank you. George Lynch is of course, one of my biggest influences and all-time favorite. Like George Lynch and Paul Gilbert. Those are my two biggest like favorites and influences. You know what, Shred and Shine? Yeah, I was sick last week. I've been sick for like a week and a half, and it's still a little bit in there. It's still a little bit in there, but I'm just about over it. I'm just about over it. So thanks for noticing. Mr. JW, what color is what? What color is what? This is black. That's black, if you're asking about this one. Handsome Eli, the graphic, I sent them the image in an email. Like on the computer. I found it online. I found this image. I saved it. I sent it to them and I said, hey, can you put that on the body? And they said yes. And then they did it. I absolutely love the Musiclily Pro locking tuners. That's why I put them on both of these guitars. They're fantastic. Yes, I like Phil Collin too. Does it come with a flux capacitor? That's extra. That's extra, dude. You got to pay extra for that. I also like John Norum. Yeah, John Norum's album, Face the Truth, one of my favorites. Yes, Phil Collin influence, for sure. Actually, Phil Collin was my influence before George Lynch and Paul Gilbert. When I first started playing guitar, Def Leppard, Phil Collin. You see the Pyromania cover back there, right? That's autographed by Phil Collin, by the way. Yes, direct mounting the pickups, no pickup rings. As far as the graphic, I found it online. I just searched and found it and grabbed it. There was no like copyright information or anything about, you can't use this, so I just found it online. Nathan, yes, of course, you can tell them how many knobs you want, where you want the knobs. You can spec these things out to the last detail as much as you want. I've told them before on my custom orders, they're putting those right where I told them to put them. The blade switch right there, the volume right there. You could put it closer to the pickup if you want. You could put it further back here, whatever. They'll do pretty much anything you want. Josh, if you just go back to my video from last week. It's in the video description. It's inyenvina@gmail.com. But as far as the spelling, just go to the video description from last week. You'll see it. Thank you, Slam RN. I'm really happy that so many people appreciate the graphic on there and think it's cool looking. When I was looking for something, I was looking for a cool graphic to put on the guitar, something like 80s retro feeling. And when I saw that, when I first came across that, it was like, boom, I was like, that's the one. That's the one. It's gonna look awesome. But I wasn't sure if other people would like it as much as I do. I thought, maybe some people are gonna be like, oh, that's so stupid looking or whatever. But it seems like there's a lot of people that, agree that that looks pretty darn cool. And it does. Ancient, I am giving away a guitar today, but it's not this one. It's a different guitar. You can go back and watch the replay if you want to see how to enter. The strings that I put on that one, and then that I will put on this one, they're 9 gauge. That one has S.I.T strings. This one, I might put Ernie Ball Super Slinkies just because more people use Ernie Ball than S.I.Ts. I don't know. I'll either put S.I.T or Ernie Ball 9 gauge on here. And yes, string pickers, it also helps. It also helps that it has like a sort of a Def Leppard vibe, right? I'm sure that's another reason why I thought it was so cool, because it kind of has that hysteria vibe or adrenalized vibe for sure. And being a big Def Leppard fan, that's another reason. Hey, Vins! What's up, Vins? Retro puffer, lightsabers, right? Yeah, lightsaber battle. There you go. Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker. Definitely, totally cool. How long did it take to get it? About 2 months. Sometimes it's faster than that. Sometimes it's faster, yeah. But I would say 1 to 2 months. Once they finish it, the shipping is really quick. Like the shipping is less than a week, at least for me. It might be different, you know, if you're in a different place in the country or a different place in the world. But for me, it's like FedEx air shipping, and it goes from Vietnam to Southern California in less than a week. One time I think it was like 3 days, but about a week or so. And it might take them about a month to do the guitar. It just depends on how busy they are at the time. So after this video came out on Monday, I emailed the company just out of curiosity. I'm like, hey, did you get a lot of new emails about custom orders? And he was like, yes, an overwhelming amount of emails about people inquiring about custom orders. So I don't know, you might want to wait a couple of weeks. I don't know. So I would say over the next couple of months, it might take longer than a month, especially if they're getting like a whole bunch of orders right now. It kind of tends to happen every time I come out with a new video with one of my IYV guitars. Yeah, and you know what's funny? When I saw this and when I picked the graphic and even when I got the guitar, I was never thinking Tron. And a bunch of people in today, but even before today, people were saying, hey, that's like Tron. It reminds me of Tron. And then after I saw the first comment saying Tron, I was like, oh yeah, totally, Tron, yeah. So I was thinking today, if I had to give this like a model number and name, I think it would be like the Ricotta TR87. TR for Tron, and then 87 because Hysteria came out in 1987, Def Leppard. So yeah, unofficially, guys, this is the Ricotta TR87. But it doesn't say that on the headstock. But it does say the Bald Shredder. And this is the first time I had them print my YouTube name on the back of the headstock because I knew I was going to be selling one. So I figured, hey, that's kind of cool, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to put this one back on the wall. Speaking of Hamer guitars, I see a little bit of Hamer stuff in the chat. I had a Hamer, guys, and like a lot of us, you know, we sell a guitar, and then years later, you're like, oh, why did I sell that guitar? I totally regret it. I had a Hamer Scarab. Remember the Scarab? Like the guy from Crocus. Remember Fernando Von Arb had that red Scarab with the Kaler? I had one, well, it was that same shape. It was a Scarab, and it had a Kaler, 2 humbuckers, and it was a red sparkle finish. It was beautiful. And many, 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 many years ago, a long time ago, more than 20 years ago, I sold it because I never played it anymore because I was already playing my Jackson Dinky at the time. And I think I only sold it for like $400. Oh, can you imagine? Boy, I wish I wish I still had that, especially with the Kaler on it. Why did I sell that? That was so stupid. Okay, any other questions? I should pay attention to the chat, huh? By the way, you know, I showed you guys the Aklot TL. That's coming out tomorrow. And Dave, I see Dave in here, 6-string Stinger. I believe Dave also has an Aklot video coming out tomorrow. But his is like the Dinky shred guitar. I have that one as well. And I will be doing a video for that one as well. But anyway, tomorrow, be sure to check out my video in the morning, and then in the evening, check out Dave's video for your double dose of Aklot guitars. 6-string Stinger, that's what I'm talking about. Do I think there's a link between cars and guitars? Ground thumping loud noises and high-pitched squealing sounds. You know, maybe. There could be. Right? Like, I mean, think about it. You're in your car. If you're going fast, especially when you're younger, and you got the radio cranked and you're playing some good 80s hard rock, well, how did they make that good 80s hard rock? With some awesome 80s guitar, right? So, yeah, I think there is a connection. I agree, Michael Kennedy. Hopefully, whoever wins the black and white guitar, it's somebody who really needs a guitar, and is really going to use it, not just like play it for 10 seconds and then try to sell it on Facebook. But there's no way for me to determine like who really needs it and who doesn't need it. I just have to do it randomly, which again, I will do next week in the live. Next week in the live, I will, on camera right here in front of you guys, I will randomly pick one name for that guitar. Detroit Animal, the pickups in the Ricotta guitar, they are custom pickups from IYV. IYV made those pickups. So they're Alnico 5. I told them I want Alnico 5, and I wanted high output, like 15K in the bridge, and then 7 or 8K in the neck. And this time they really nailed it. Previously in my IYV customs or the Ricotta guitars, I pretty much always would replace the pickups. But this time, no, because the pickups sound great. So Metal Mark. TR87. Yeah, that is easier to remember than some of the model numbers. Like, you said Ibanez, but even like a lot of guitar companies, they'll have these long model numbers with all these like random letters and numbers, and it's like you don't even know what it means, and it's just like too long and hard to remember. I agree. Guitar Man X1 has 3 hammers. Well, lucky you, dude. I'm glad to hear it. I wish I would have kept mine, and I still would have had 1 hammer, but, what can I say? Hey, I appreciate you guys, like Mr. JW and Dan Morgan, saying that you're not entering the giveaway for the black and white guitar because obviously I'm sure you guys probably already have several guitars, and you're thinking it'd be nice for that to go to somebody that really needs it. And that would be really great, guys. So if you already sent me an email, I mean, anybody can enter. This is open to anybody. I don't care if you have 1 guitar or 100 guitars. It's open to everybody because that's the only fair way to do it. But if you decide later on, you know what, I have enough guitars, I don't really need that one, you could send me an email and say, you know what, never mind, don't put my name in the hat. So, but it's open to anybody in the continental United States, guys. And I'm not going to be asking you how many guitars you have. I won't. I mean, you could even like, if you're the one that wins and you get it and you got several guitars already and you play it for a little bit, you're like, that's cool. And then you could, pay it forward, pass it on, give it to somebody in your local area or a family member or, somebody who's like just starting out or somebody that wants to start playing guitar, but they don't have one or, whatever. Or if you get it and you love it and you want to play it every day, then keep it and play it every day. Doesn't matter. Dave, perfect guitar for your wife to learn on. Yes, definitely. Definitely. It's a very good entry-level guitar. The Musiclily, the black and white single cut. Your wife would not be frustrated with that at all. Gosh, I don't know. CD Nelson. A birth year guitar. That would be, I was born in 1971, guys. I don't know what guitars were made in 1971. I really don't. I mean, it would have to be like a Fender or a Gibson. I mean, what else? What other kind of electric guitars were being made? I mean, I know there were other brands, but I really have no idea. And like you're saying, 1968, it would cost as much as a car. Anything made in 1971 would probably be like ridiculously expensive because it would be vintage, right? Oh, I guess that makes me vintage. I'm vintage because I'm from 71, but whatever. Thank you, Patrick. Charles, I agree. Someone that needs it will appreciate it more than someone that already has 4 or 5. Totally agree. So let's hope that somebody that really needs it gets it. Or that they pass it along to somebody that really needs it. I mean, that would be cool too. '71 had Les Pauls, and they also had Fender Strats. Yes, Sienna. But I bet those would be pretty pricey, don't you think? Hello from Florida. Hondo was probably around in '71. You think so? Trucker Job? Trucker Bob. I said Trucker Job. Trucker Bob. Maybe Harmony? Harmony was my first guitar, but that was like in the early 80s. Music Master Fender. Oh, David, today's your birthday, back in '63. Well, happy birthday, David. Thanks for spending part of your birthday with me and us. That's really cool. Mr. JW, see, that's why the end of your name says 71, right? Mr. JWJ71. There you go. Honda was more 80s. Okay. Yep. Born in '59. Well, that makes me feel just like a young kid, right? Because I was born in '71, 2 decades later. Barely. Metal Mark, yes, I know it's Doroteo. I know that's you. Oh, Eric, you've been in the hospital. Okay. Well, I hope the fact that you're here in the live stream, I hope that means that maybe you're out of the hospital or you're doing better, well enough that you can watch the live stream. So that's cool. Sears guitars in the '70s, yeah. My first guitar was from JCPenney's, but that was early '80s, not the '70s. Vinny Vintage. Vinny. Thank you, Mr. Chip Rocks. Yes, I could be Vinny Vintage because I am vintage now. Like a good vintage wine. Or not. Shred and Shine Works, good night. Thanks for being here. I'll see you on Sunday in the Members Live. You're out and doing great. All right, that's awesome to hear, Eric. I'm glad that you could make it. I'm glad you're up and about and doing better. That's great to hear. The Glitch. Thank you for that compliment, The Glitch. I appreciate that. I will do my best to not stop kicking ass. I will try to continue kicking ass. As long as I'm able to. As long as I can keep doing it. Marlon's always asking me about ridiculous offers of the week. Should I look and see? I'm almost afraid to open my email because there's going to be a lot of emails. Ridiculous offers of the week. Let me see if I can get to it. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I've heard of Bad Cat guitars, but I've never tried one. So, I mean, I've seen some videos. That's all I can tell you. Okay, here's one, guys. I need to do the intro. Let me do the intro. Where is it? Here we go.
The Bald Shredder presents Ridiculous Offers of the Week.
Hi, I discovered The Bald Shredder and appreciated the way your content is structured. The presentation and style reflect a well-defined artistic direction. I'm coordinating a creator-centered project with an international brand. Who could it be? We've been reviewing channels with strong creative identity, and yours was given special attention. I feel so special already. If you'd like to proceed with this discussion, I'd be glad to share more details. Kind regards, and then there's a name, and it says Creator Partnerships. Now, the email, it's like nothing I've ever heard of. When I look at the, what the person's email address is, no mention of what the brand is or what the product is or anything like that. And the fact that they're laying on these compliments really thick, like, oh, we're giving you special attention because you're so fantastic. It just screams scam, right? It's all of the stuff, all of the clues point to scam. So anyway, that's my only ridiculous offer of the week. Oh, Patrick, you came over from Scar My Guitar. Okay, cool. Tell Sean I said hi. So you would probably reply, no, I didn't reply. I'm not going to reply. Because then they'll send me a link, right? They'll send me a link that they want me to click on to see something. And then that link, you know what happens when you click on those links and they're like sketchy. They end up hacking me. So that's not happening. Okay, Angry Trucker Bob, I'm going to keep that in mind, what you said about Bad Cat. I really didn't know anything about them. And the name Jason Gia, I'm not really familiar with that. I've heard of the Kathy Zong because Fulton Street Beats talks a lot about her guitars and stuff. But I've never had a guitar from her either. And I never had anything from Jason Gia. So anyway, I'm probably not going to do anything with Bad Cat anyway, unless they contacted me and said, hey, we want to send one of our guitars to you. But they've never contacted me, so. Yes, Retro Puffer. Generic sounding, compliments, but they don't say about like what it is, what the company, what's the product. That's a huge red flag right there, right? He totally respects me. Yep. Yep. Jesse says his first guitar and amp was a PV. My second amp was a PV, a Studio Pro 40. I got that after playing for about a year. My first amp had no distortion in it. It had I think it had two knobs, volume and tone. And it was like clean from JCPenney. No distortion. Can you imagine? I used that for a year. And then I got the PV Studio Pro 40. That felt like I felt like I was a rock star playing Madison Square Garden with that amp, with the distortion and the reverb and how loud it got. Eric, the giveaway is not for the Rykata, just to be clear. It is for the black and white guitar that I got from Temu. I think it was in the video last week. And if you want to throw your hat in for that giveaway, that's the one I'm giving away. Send me an email at, here's the email, easy to remember, thebaldshredder@gmail.com. Just send me an email with your name and say, hey, it's for the giveaway, thebaldshredder@gmail.com. As long as you live in the United States. That's the one I'm giving away, guys. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. And again, if you're just joining, I will be picking the name live right here next Wednesday, guys, for the Musiclily single cut guitar that I'm giving away. So send that email and I will pull a name out of the hat next Wednesday. What am I running my guitars through? Well, I plug into my audio interface right there, which goes into my computer. So everything goes through my computer, and my software is Line 6 Pod Farm that I bought like 16 or 17 years ago. I can't even remember now. They don't even update. They haven't updated that in so long. It's like it's an out-of-date product. I don't even know if you can still buy that on their website or not. But I love it, and it sounds fantastic. And I fear the day like when that stops working on my computer, or if I get a new computer and then my Line 6 Pod Farm doesn't work anymore, or it won't load or whatever, then I'm gonna have to find something new. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Eric, yes, Arkansas, or should I say Arkansas, that does count as the United States. Indeed it does. Okay, guys, any final questions or comments before we finish up here? We just got a couple minutes left. Dorteo, I never use the Line 6 anymore. I could plug into it and play. It sounds fantastic. That's why I ended up getting the Line 6 stuff on my computer, because I love that amp so much. But I just really have no use for that because, you know, I just sit here and do all my playing right here. Larry Jackson, you do indeed exist. There you go. You're welcome. Do I check Temu? Yes, all the time. I buy stuff on Temu all the time. I just got my latest package delivered like a few days ago, last week maybe. Or maybe it was on, I think they delivered it on Sunday, yeah. I have 4 things that I bought. A really cool shirt, which I will wear in a video probably pretty soon. I'm a wanted man. Okay. What am I wanted for? Teachable. You got a new Tone X pedal. Okay, Black Friday. All right, very cool. Later, Dave. That is a, what is that? Spider 2 or a Spider 3? I'll go and look. I forgot. Spider 3. It's a Spider 3 75 watt. Spider 3 75 watt. Chris, thank you. I appreciate that. Nice to meet you too. Oh, you got an Ace Frehley guitar on Temu. Yeah, Temu has a lot of the same guitars that you can find like on eBay and stuff right now. Rock on, guys. Rock on. Okay. Trying to read everything here, guys. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got a lot of guitars in the background, guys. I probably prefer Temu over AliExpress. That seems to be easier to use. And a lot of their stuff is already in the United States, so you can get stuff shipped that's in the US rather than waiting for it to ship from China. So, hey, Fulton Street Beats. What's up, Mike? Good to see you. I'm just about finishing up here. You're coming in right at the end. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Mike over at Fulton Street Beats. He does a lot of cool videos as well. Guitar stuff, car stuff. He's into restoring cars. He recently restored a Corvette, which looked really cool. Oh, AliExpress has a lot of local warehouses as well. I didn't know that. You know, I haven't really been looking at AliExpress much recently. So I'm kind of out of the AliExpress loop. And I haven't bought any guitars from AliExpress in a while. And I don't have any plan to buy anything from AliExpress. Sienna, that's not a real Les Paul. That's a Chipson. So no, it is not my most expensive guitar. The last guitar I got on Temu was the black and white guitar that was in the video last week or 2 weeks ago. The one I'm giving away tonight. That's my most recent Temu guitar. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off here because I've got to go walk on my treadmill for 30 minutes still. Got to stay fit, got to stay healthy. And be sure to tune in tomorrow for the Aklot TL video right here. This one. Okay. And then on Monday, the Baritone guitar and members Sunday live stream. And then next Wednesday, right here, I will pick a name out of the hat. One winner for the black and white Musiclily guitar from Temu. That'll happen live next Wednesday. So make sure you guys are here. All right, guys, thanks again, and I will see you all later. All right, guys. Okay, bye. Thanks, everyone. It's been fun.